And just do that, but I don't have any coins. I have them somewhere, but I don't know where they are. And I've seen some servers where they have all these filled out. This is the only place on a regular server where you can store your stuff that I know of, and people not steal it from me, and that's 6 slots. So basically, 1 backpack extra. And you gotta run good distance just to be able to get there. More wood. So here's where you can craft stuff. You open the books like this. They're kind of hard to craft, and there's nothing inside of it. So, but I've seen stuff where there's like bows and arrows you can make there. Let's pull you a little out of here. At some point, I'm going to have to make a decision on how much of that crap I just put in my backpack I'm going to keep. Okay, now towards the mines. Well, since I'm here. You know what? I'll just go back up to the house to drop this stuff off, and then I'll go back up to the mines. I think the house is just a little ways away. Oops. Always remember, move your feet while you're playing VR. Don't go to sleep, it causes bad circulation problems, potentially. So that's a potential negative thing of VR, is circulation. Ooh, this is a perfect opportunity to test out my... We're just dropping stuff off for later. Thing. Great. Let's go do what we originally planned to do and go mining. Ooh, does this mean I become a miner? The possibilities. Nope. That's how you end up in prison. Horrible joke. Okay. Little chisels here. I don't know what these chisels are even for. I have not figured out what the heck to use with these chisels. And then there's a mine up here. There's a way to go up here into this, but the bridge is broken. So you need 300 stone. That's about 20 or 30 minutes worth of work to get all that stone. That's a lot. But we're just going to see if we can mine with this pickaxe, this thing that I made. I know we can do this, but I don't know if you can actually mine with this thing. Not most rocks. I think you have to have a higher quality tier pickaxe. So we're going to try this one. Yeah, it's mining. It's got a red thing in it, though. Oh, yeah, it mines. Look at that. Okay. Go ahead and move these here. Let's try to... I know you can mine coal. I know you can mine iron. I know you can mine that. I'm pretty sure you can mine coal. Doesn't seem to be mining very well, though. Yeah, it worked. Just as I said that. Okay, so now let's try a real pickaxe. Wow. A lot better resources, too. Okay. Get all the stone first. Mining operation here. Stone good. Boy, quality of gear really matters in this game. Okay. Wouldn't take that long. Maybe not 20 minutes. Especially not if you're going hammering around and maybe you got two people, one mining and one picking up. Let's see what goodies we have here. I don't know what this is. It's a potion. How neat. Well, good thing we have a chest here. Ooh, I'm not passing up those coins though. Sorry, you're just not that important. Well, we'll take you though. Second, come back here. Might be useful after all. Oh, that's my iron. Oh. I guess I can just go home now. 19 arrows. I don't have a bow, but that's going to be useful one day. Here we go. Long walk home. We're going to also try to see what we can do with this ore, but got a lot of goodies, and I really don't want to lose them. This is how one dies, by the way. This is a bad idea. Nah, not today. I'll die another day. I don't know what to do with the coal. I think we're going to be using that in our mining operation. Okay, looks like everything else is taken up. Alright, well, let's go figure out if we can go and try to smith something. And I think you have to pay a lot of, or put in a lot of stuff to be able to smith, but we're going to give it a shot regardless. Like, I think it's even past Town Hall. Somehow. There's a place we can smith. Mountain Pass? No. There's a blacksmith somewhere. Oh, that's right. It's something that I haven't built yet. Ah. So, the blacksmith. This is like a market. You actually buy the stuff in those stalls. But one of the things that we're going to need to make is a blacksmith. And I was supposed to learn all this in the tutorial, but as you can see, I can't get into the tutorial. So, that's an armor crafter, which that will be... Oh no, that's your... where you can adjust your character or your clothing. To the mines, to the blacksmith. Okay, so I'm going to have to build this thing. I need 100 wood, that's a lot. And 10 of those things. 100 wood is going to be a lot of wood. Remember how I told you how hard it was to cut down all that stuff? Ooh, that's going to take forever. Even with a good axe, it's going to take forever. I suppose we could march our way over there. It's nothing stopping us. See how much wood we need, actually, in order to make it. I can drop off my junk while I'm upstairs. So, while I'm here, every now and then I'm going to talk about political, religious, controversial topics that will ensure that I get banned from all platforms. So wait, let me begin. I wonder. Ha! That's cool. The controversial topics. Let's see what's in this book. This is making food, maybe. Parts. I don't know what that means. It's like apples, maybe? Dude. But you can actually tear these off by doing that right there. And then you could take it and you could put it into something. But I have no idea. And if you do that, it just poofs and disappears. I wonder, is it the same thing in this one? Well. Okay. Also, if I take the book, throw it across the room, and light the candle, it comes back. How neat. You can also just do it just to light it. We're going to have a light in here. We're going to light these other torches, and we're going to drop off our stuff and see how much wood we're going to need. Just imagine some aged Viking guy having to light his torches as soon as he comes into the house. We can deposit our money. We did get some money. Oh, and you can just throw stuff into the chest. It'll sort it for you. Unless there's no room, in which case it will not. I don't want to put that in there. Not yet, but I might put it in over here. And I really think coal is going to be over in this one. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, so got all that. We're gonna see how much wood we need. That's right. Because we're gonna need that, and we're gonna need a bunch of these. We only need about 3 of these left to make the blacksmith house, and we're at 30 wood. We got a ways to go. So we're a little bit hungry. We're gonna grab something to eat here. There we go. Throw that in here. We'll actually make it. It'll fall behind there. We made it. Cool. I was curious about that. That'll fill us up pretty good. That work? Yeah, it did. Off we go to chop down 1,000,000 trees. Luckily, we can run, and you know our appetite is good. Oh darn! We're good. I don't even need to kill more chickens. If they do come at me, they're bought and paid for. That's the resurrection stone. That's where you, if ever wanted to know where you go when you die, that's it. Oh yeah, so political stuff. I wouldn't believe anything I hear online. And I literally mean that, anything. I don't believe what I hear about Trump. I don't believe what I hear about Biden. I truly don't believe any of it. I think somebody's always pulling a leg. Somebody's always trying to hustle. I don't believe none of it. And my recommendation to you would be that you not believe any of it either. You can eat these mushrooms. I don't know about the other ones, but I can eat these pretty well. But I'm kind of coming up on spaces. I'm going to need stuff for branches and trees, so I'm going to take all of it. I don't believe anything. I don't believe it all. Not a single thing. I'm a graphics designer by nature, or by college. I spent this graphics design and video game stuff is my trade. Although not necessarily video game development was definitely part of it. And people can shape and form a narrative so easily and make things look to be different. And they definitely made Trump to look like a racist and look like a horrible thing. But he also did some stuff too that didn't help that. And people should remember this is not the right thing. But maybe I can chop down this stuff with another axe. No, I can't, because that thing's gigantic. Great. Yes. Yeah. Well, that's the way of the world. What? That's funny. So, like I said, I don't believe any of it. Now, that doesn't. Ooh, I wonder if I can put this out by putting it in the water. Nope. That being said, I don't disbelieve it. I just don't necessarily believe it. I wouldn't be part of any kind of politics. I think evil has worked its way into just about every single political level. They're pretty good at doing it back in the day, and they must have mastered it by today. So, no, I wouldn't believe a word of it. Don't believe anything you hear from any politician, That's cool. And I think all of it is designed to spin you up in one way or another. So, that's just my thought. No, I'm not judging one way or another. Political viewpoints are, which I'll kind of go over mine a little bit, but I don't think it matters. I think either way, it's just all designed to hustle you in one way, get you on this team or get you on that team, and it's not important. Okay, that's going to be too hard to throw in there. What if I just went like that? That's amazing. Okay, so I was going to get my axe out. Because we're going to go try and chop down 1,000,000 trees together before I have to get back to work. Just not very long. But hey, I've got to do this because I got to get into exercise. All that other stuff don't really need a torch right now. So, I'm going to get there. My political views. No to abortion. Okay, we'll start there. You can go with whatever argument you would like, but there's just not really a good reason to kill something that might be alive. Simple as that. And granted, we don't really know if it is. My personal opinion, we don't know. Okay, my wife, she knows. She's had lots of children, but I don't know. But it's not a good. It's not if it's a possibility it's being alive. Then you're a maybe murderer. Why would somebody want to gamble on being a maybe murderer? Now that being said, I suppose if you don't believe that there is a God, then being a maybe murderer is not that big of a deal, and I can dig it. But man, shoot, you know what? I just think about imagine that you got an abortion and the next day you're going into space because you're an astronaut. When crap hits the fan, who are you going to call? Hope it's not Ghostbusters. That's a scary idea. So no to abortion. People being gay or whatever, having had some familiarity with that lifestyle, okay, just in that part, okay, I wasn't a homosexual per se, but I know a little bit about that lifestyle. I don't think it's good for the gay person. But it is their choice, their legally protected choice. And this is America. And I think that if we read the Constitution the way we do, then whether or not you're gay, straight, or whatever your sexuality is really nobody's business. Nobody should be telling you what to do with it. If you want to be gay, be gay. I don't care. I really don't. I think men can love other men just fine. And I've known so many guys who, although we're not professing to be gay, their love, homie G love thing going on there was, I mean, convincingly gay, at least in my mind. So, guys are already a little gay. Just saying. You know, let's chest bump. Let's slap each other on the butt to show our masculine team spirit. That's sus at best. All right, I'm at 15, 35. These things will wreck me. I would need to have a shield before I go after them, which I might just do. Oh, well, there's another tree here. I'm kind of curious how good these axes do. Just want to try one of these. Not anywhere near as effective, but not bad. But I'm not going to go and fight that forever. So that's what I think. So, yes to gay marriage. Because the state shouldn't be monitoring marriage anyways. I should have no part of that. So I could care less. Drugs. So, COVID pretty much sold it for me. The pharmaceutical industry has no more right to make any rules or laws restricting or approving drugs than the average dopehead on the street. I just don't trust big pharmacy at all. And more I research about them, the more and more kind of sounds like they're run by the Mexican cartels. So, just everybody got more professional, but they didn't stop doing the same hustles they've been doing. So, my thought is this. If a drug is potentially dangerous to your people, right, and it gets to be a problem, the government has the right to restrict that. I'm just saying. I personally believe the government has a right to say, hey, we're not doing this anymore, folks. Okay, no more to, I don't really need that. No more to having cocaine or whatever. The government has a right to do that. That being said, medicine should be medicine and should not be used for entertainment purpose. Even though I live in a marijuana-friendly state, and I am definitely okay with people who need that substance in order to handle severe anxiety, cancer, so on and so forth. I don't think it should be recreational. I don't think any drug should be recreational. I think that's a bad idea. But that's just my personal viewpoint. shouldn't use drugs for entertainment purposes. It's dangerous. And it's probably good to be regulated a little bit. Which means if you had common sense with it instead of a wholesale war on drugs, as if that will make you righteous or unrighteous, your use of what God put on this earth, it probably would have worked out a lot better. But instead, it was a wholesale, we're going to have war on drugs. And quite frankly, that was kind of bad too. And that's coming from a former perspective of law enforcement, right? But it's not the drugs that's the real problem. Anything that you're told legally don't do, and you do it, that is on you. Why can't people understand that? If they say don't bring Bibles into China, and I bring Bibles into China, I may be doing it for the Lord's work, whatever. But I still understand that when I get arrested by the Chinese government, I shouldn't be crying about that. You know, it's just kind of what was expected. Look at that, 26 wood. Good grief. Was that like 2 trees I chopped down already? And like I said, I would try fighting these guys, but these guys are mean. They will wreck my stuff. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for watching me live playing a TownShip tale on YouTube and on Kick. We do stream on different channels, but sometimes on Facebook, and we do have a little TikTok channel. So thank you guys for watching. This is just for fun. You know, this is just playing around. I'm not really practicing my tools. But anyways, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you enjoy it. Okay. Hollywood and the Jews. Another topic that's really popular right now. You know, I have a paranormal sort of podcast that I had been doing a few shows with. Really like the guy, Texas Front Porch. And somebody brought up that whole Rothschild thing. It's interesting because when I look at my genealogy, like one family over is Rothschild. Of course, Stern and so on and so forth. But let's look at it from the perspective of what are you actually talking about? The Jews are doing this and the Jews are doing that. Right. So there are Muslims that were part of the Two Towers. They were a Muslim group, okay? It could be that most Muslims really don't like you and think, oh, here it is, one's coming after me, think that really you shouldn't be around, right? It could be, but that doesn't mean they're all going to go to the extent of destroying you. What is a Jewish view of Gentiles? There's nothing wrong with being a Gentile. Oh, what the heck? He made... Ooh, that was mean, dude. What? Dude, these guys are legit. And I think this is hurting me, too. I'm about to die. Ooh, I just smacked that thing now. Now we're getting some more wood. Come. Go back to where your brother died. Hello. Can you? Nope, you don't see me. Oh, you do. You see me. Dang it. Whoa, what is that? Why am I dying? All of a sudden. Oh, these things must be like little death seeds or something. I am not part of any conspiracy. What do I think of Gentiles? They're just fine. You're allowed to be Gentiles. That's it. Pretty simple. Not mad about it. Do your own thing. Now, do I particularly like pork? No. Do I like some of the things that Gentiles did? No, but I used to. I certainly know what it's like to be a Gentile. I've lived a Gentile life. I didn't know I was Jewish for a long time. So I don't hold any thought of like, oh, these horrible Gentiles. They're doing horrible things. Just look at them. Loving that pork. Just putting the pork on their mouth. And, oh, it's so disgusting. No, I don't care. None of my business. And I think the majority of Jews feel the same way. Whatever, man. We're not out to change Gentiles. We're not out to turn Gentiles into slaves. I mean, we would like somebody who doesn't want slaves. Oh, what? Oh, that's right. Slavery ended in America 400 years ago. It's still kind of a sensitive thing. Okay, no, we don't want Gentiles as slaves. All right. We just want to be left alone, most of us. I mean, if you're interested, we'll talk your ear off about, the history of Judaism and how that corresponds to the Messiah, Yeshua, and all that other stuff. All right, I'm probably gonna go back to the house. This has been an interesting journey. I've quite enjoyed it, but ultimately, it's just going to get a lot more involved. There's a tree right here I could chop down. Well, I was going to go to the house, but this beautiful tree. Is this thing immaculate? You can tell it can be cut down by the pattern that it has. This is the one, man. It's going to make my blacksmith happen. Once I get the blacksmith, I'll be able to make some really cool stuff that will take me 1.5 years to do. See, that wasn't bad. That happened pretty quick. Okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, there are some Jews that even we Jews think are diabolical, man. Like George Soros. That's not some of us. I mean, just because they're Jewish doesn't mean that they're part of some kind of Jewish cult that, that all Jews are part of it, and we've got this great conspiracy. There's no great conspiracy. Although do Jews look out for other Jews, but the Masons do the same thing. Don't see y'all being like, oh, your Masons are trying to... Wait, you do say that. Never mind. I hear that a lot. The Masons are the Illuminati. There's some good Masons, man. There's some creepy Masons, okay? Simple as that. Doesn't mean that they're all bad or they all got their idea. Me? The only world I'm trying to take over is trying to teach people about Torah and Judaism. And that's really because I really think it's applicable and important for their lives. And if you're interested in hearing about Judaism, great. And if you're not, it's fine. Your choice. It's not forced on anyone. Ever read Galatians? Your choice. But I think that it's an amazing thing. There are a lot of Jews out there who believe that Jews like me, who believe that the Messiah is Yeshua. You guys call Jesus. Wow, that's a lot of wood. Are not Jews, and that's fine. They can think that. Have all the Sanat Kanam they want. I'm not out to bother them or their religion or their belief. I'm not trying to give a bad perception to the Gentiles that Jews in general believe that. No, that's kind of rare. And people consider that to be often a disqualifier, but I don't think so. I think whoever you are, if you want to be Jewish, you should be able to. I mean, hey, if you want to be a blue fairy that's from some other planet and your pronouns are orc and zork, you can be that. Surely you can be a Jew. So, I am for those people interested, I like to see conversion. And that's the general view of my synagogue as well. What? Well, I don't need sticks, okay? I do need more wood, though. But, man, I'm close. I got already 50. I bet you after this tree's done, we're going to be able to build our blacksmith. What happens after that, nobody knows. I mean, we could end up ruling the world, which I already do because it's my server. There are some creepy Jews out there, is basically what I'm trying to say. There are. Overall, though, just want to be left alone. Because we know that if we piss off enough of you, it's going to be very unhealthy for us. History has proved that. So we're not trying to do that, nor get any unwanted attention, okay? It's always going to happen that way, but for some reason, y'all like anti-Semitism. And not you probably, but just there's going to be people out there. And then, like, also, I've talked to the Muslims out there, be like, don't you understand the horrible things that Israel has done? I do understand what you're saying. I can tell you there are different perspectives on that. Like, you're like, oh, they kicked us out of our houses and all that stuff. I mean, I do, and I'm not, it's not that I don't care. My view of Israel is it belongs to Hashem, but I think that I don't think that the leadership of Israel belong to Hashem, nor are obeying them. And it's not because they don't believe in the same Messiah that I do. It's because of Tel Aviv. Enough said. If you guys were serious about following Hashem, Tel Aviv would be a much different place, and it's like the queer capital of the world. Which, again, not judging, I'm just saying that's not Jewish. You can't tell me that it's Jewish. You can tell me that believing in Yeshua isn't Jewish, because 2,000 years really hasn't been. Although there was the chief rabbi of Bulgaria, Daniel Zion, I think. But I understand your point. I see where you're going with it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. But Begla, not Jewish. Not in any way, and you know better. We were commanded specifically. Like the Christians, well, it's hard to say whether or not they were commanded against homosexuality. I suppose they were, but we were absolutely commanded against it. Like, no doubt, no question. Anyways, I just got the amount I would need to build I need to build my blacksmith. Just need to get good trees. That's a secret, and use a good axe, which, as you can tell, mine is now falling apart. So, I mean, at some point, I'm going to need to forge an axe head, which will probably be what I need to get out of the whole Stone Age thing here. But in answer to that, I don't know what Israel has done. I'm sure there's going to be people from Israel who are going to say everything that the Arabs are saying is a lie. That's not really what happened. I know Israelis, of course, and quite a few Israeli friends. I wouldn't say a lot, but quite a few Israeli friends. And they say that what the Arabs have said about Israel is a flat-out, 100%, no-question lie. And if the Arabs were righteous in their because they wouldn't go around raping women. I don't and killing babies and all that other crap. I don't care what possible injustice you feel like your society has had. I could care less. I don't care if you're black, Jew. I don't care if you're a KKK. And they used to just go around killing KKK because you guys were avid racists. I could care less. You don't kill babies and you don't rape women over that. Period. And if you're killing babies or raping women, you're the bad guy. You're Vader, okay? And if you're the bad guy, you deserve what you get. So when I hear Palestinian positions and, Palestinian opinions, they're like, no, you don't understand. Israel is this great, horrible thing. You can't possibly get it. Okay. My answer is, you've given me no reason to believe anything that you say is true. All you've shown me is that you have literally senseless hatred. Oh, it didn't work. What happens if I just drop it on there? Okay, that's how you do it. Now we got to last little trick. We're gonna. Oh wow, I got even more wood than I needed. We need 100 of those little twigs. There you go. I'll organize you later. Okay. Where are my little twigs? Oh, I'm going to need to go get a lot of little twigs, aren't I? That might be frustrating. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of twigs, and I have 7, and I think I need to have like 10. Oh, that's not that bad. In here. Great. So that's my point on that. Again, I don't hate Arabs. I've had some very, very good Arab friends. 2 of them specifically. And my personal experiences with Arabs is that they're fine folk. My personal experience. I mean, there was a professor in college who was really anti-Semitic and hated Israel, but he didn't throw rocks at me, and he had an intelligent discussion with me. He said all kinds of stuff that I don't know was true, though, because I wasn't there, talking about Israel massacred Palestinians, and, it's like slavery. There is problems with the Israeli government, dude. There is, but that doesn't have nothing to do with the average Jew. I don't know why you think it does. Oh, well, you're all part of the State of Israel. The State of Israel doesn't recognize me as being part of it. I'm totally detached from the situation, other than you start killing Jews and I'm going to have a problem with you. Duh. Yeah. Like, oh, well, you don't understand. It's what they've done to them. No, I don't. There's just no excuse for it. Even if there was a time where Israel raped and killed Arabs like they did on January 7th and killed babies, even if that time occurred, it doesn't justify the future violence. I don't ever think raping and killing babies is ever okay. What the hell is wrong with you people? It's never okay to rape and kill babies under any circumstances. Ever. None. No circumstance ever. Not even that one you're thinking of. Well, if it did it to... It's like people justify rape and they say, oh, well, I would rape a woman if she molested my kids. Don't rape people. That's sick. Simple as that. Just get it through your head. Don't rape people. Just say, hey, today we're not raping anybody. We're taking rape and baby killing off the list for any reason whatsoever. You don't want the Palestinians to have this satisfaction that no, I don't want anybody to rape anybody. And that's my stance, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And anybody who says rape is good, for whatever reason they have, just like people that say, oh, the white people oppressed us. Well, I'm sorry they killed 6 million of you. But, you know, talking about, people say, well, they put us into slavery and they did us, but they didn't kill 6 million of you. Okay. And I can get over it and realize that the white people that are here now, which I think I'm white, but whatever, are not trying to kill me, and I'm really thankful for that. If I can get over it, how come you can't? You know? I think that's all I needed for my hunger level. I'm starting to get a little peckish. But simple answer is that's the reason why. And the left is on the side of, yes, this tragedy that happened in Israel was okay because it's crowd justice against oppressive Jews. No, it's never okay. It's okay to destroy buildings and, all that other crap because, doggone it, they disrespected some rights, whatever. It's not okay for anybody's rights to be disrespected, period. Start there. Period. Under no circumstances. My first time doing this, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Ooh, look at that. Cool. Well, that's nifty. It's not okay to disrespect anybody's rights, ever, for any reason. It's not ever okay to rape. It's not ever okay to murder. So let's get that out of your silly little heads. Let's take that thought and remove it. It's simply not okay. Oh, I remember this is for like hammering out metal. Ooh, and I get like a free little metal blade in here that I could possibly put a pommel on, and I think I have the pommel. I don't know what that's for. I think that's for like maybe a store or something. Well, this comes with free binds. Whoops. I hope I didn't set that on fire. I apologize in advance if I did. Well, that's going to be something for something. Those are molds, I think. What? And I have to build these molds? How can I build these molds if I don't know how to make metal? They must be teaching me how to make a metal bar. I'm guessing. Because there's supposed to be these molds, and this is where you put like the cadmium molds. Of course, I did hear about this thing out here. I don't know, but these are important somehow for like different types of metal, but I don't know why. Okay. Anyways, it's about time. I got to get back to work because I've got stuff I got to do tomorrow morning, and I got to get done by then. But that's interesting. I remember seeing this. What's in here? So that's the left lost me. Ooh, I found a bow and arrows. Oh, I've never had a bow before. Ooh, but I can get it here. I've got to try at least shoot one arrow. Well, you know what? I'm going to head back to my house anyways. Let's shoot a bow. I think this is the way a right-hander shoots a bow, but this is the way I shoot a bow. My arrow's doing this wiggling number. Okay, so I was a Democrat for all my life until Democrats showed us exactly what our Democratic leadership was during COVID and the whole Trump thing. You, Democratic Party, and you alone are responsible for losing my vote and my participation. Why? Because you could not create a candidate that could beat Donald Trump. And Donald Trump was not I didn't think, it turned out to be a fantastic president, honestly. But on paper, he did not look very good. I mean, grab her by the nose. It's not what he said, but, you get the point. He didn't look very good, and you couldn't provide anybody that could beat him. The Democratic National Convention failed Democrats. It's not my fault. And then, after they failed Democrats, to add insult to injury, I really don't want to lose more than one arrow, but now I got to find out. To add insult to injury, there we go. See if I can get my arrows back. I can. Not. For some reason. They don't go back into here. That's odd. Wonder if... There we go. So, yeah, you lost my vote. You lost my participation. You guys, don't even make sense anymore. You told us you're not going to take the vaccine, right, Miss Vice President, because it'll be Donald Trump's vaccine, so you're not going to take it. And then you literally shame anyone who's not wearing a mask taking the vaccine, after you Democrats told us not to take it. I was with you for a long time, but you guys made yourself look stupid in front of the world. I mean, imagine Thanksgiving arguments and Democrats are sitting down and everything they say sounds dumb and they're just like, oh, well, I mean, the only other Democrat that I know who is a loyal Democrat was the mother of a certain friend of mine that I won't mention. And everything out of her mouth sounds like, when it comes to political, okay, like all the political posts, all of that stuff, sounds like someone who has not had a genuine thought in their entire life. Yes. That's just as simple as I can say. Now, she's an intelligent woman. I'm not speaking negative. I'm just saying that when it comes to political stuff, it literally sounds like she drank some kind of Kool-Aid that rotted out her brain and somehow, yes, Democratic Party is good, must follow Biden. Everybody knows Biden's a moron. SNL knows Biden's a moron. The Blaze knows Biden's a moron. I wasn't thinking The Blaze. There's another one that it's the Young Turks know Biden's a moron. This is embarrassing. Okay? This is embarrassing. It's like an argument that you have in high school and you know that other person has come to the realization that they are dumb and they realize that they didn't know what they were talking about and you had the facts and they didn't and they know it. They know it in their head. Like, it even sounds stupid when it comes out of their mouth. But they're fighting for it because they can't afford to be wrong and they back the wrong horse. This is exactly the Democratic Party. And I'm not saying that because I support one way or the don't, because I certainly do not support the Republicans. Not even to this day do I support them. This failure that happened is not because Republicans are bad people, although there are some Republicans that I don't trust anything they say either. It's because Democrats got stupid. Really, really stupid. So, moral of the story is don't follow politics any way whatsoever. They're going to disappoint you, just like I was disappointed. And I don't trust any politician at all, no matter what they say. And where you need to look for right answers is not political viewpoints, because even the most reasonable political viewpoints, which is what we hope the Democratic Party would be, they would stand up and prevent oppressive powers from restricting our legal rights and freedoms, which is Jews, is really important. Even the most seemingly wholesome of endeavors, I promise you, Democrats will find a way to screw up nowadays, and politics in general will screw up. And don't turn Trump into Hitler, please. Don't give him that kind of power or strength. Let's be reasonable here. Anyways, that's all I had. I was just going to add in a little bit of my political commentary here. Hope I didn't bore you. That's all for the night as we experience life in VR. Now I have to get back to doing tons of paperwork and stuff for other people. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe on Maelstrom VR. Thank you guys so much for watching and just enjoying the show. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And that'll be pretty much it. We'll have another one here about an hour or so. We stream all the time. All right.